to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. Today we're going to be talking about a single malt scotch. This one is the Loch Lomond. Now, this is, they use American oak barrels. There's not too much. Let's go ahead and pull that box out and see if we can't. Yeah, so they use two different types of stills. Go ahead and, I don't need that anymore. So get a good look at the bottle here. So this is coming in at 40% distilled, matured, and bottled in Scotland. We love to see that. Aged to perfection in specially selected American oak casks. Specially selected. I wish I had a little bit more definition of what specially, but it's smooth to perfection. There you go. All right, back of the bottle. Loch Lomond, single malt Scotch whiskey. So Mr. Randy paid $30 out the door for this. This was sort of a last minute recommendation, and I put it on my to-do list, and the only place that I could reach out through the interwebs and look at something like on their stock had this bottle listed at like nearly 40 bucks. So I said, okay. I said, I'll get to it. Someone recommended it, and so I was second guessing it. I'm like, you know what? I did stop by a store that Mr. Randy does not regularly visit, which he will be visiting more regularly, and we're going to start traveling for some more bottles. But I stopped into a little place. Privately owned and operated. They had this bottle on the shelf for like 27 something, and I was like, well, I guess I'm getting this today. So let's just go ahead and get a pour on. Let's go ahead and get a look at that. It's a darker straw. Like a golden amber. It's got a nice pretty color. A little bit south of tea. Not so much creek water, but we know you love that. There is a storm about to hit, and I'm going to try and get this done before it does. Now on the nose, it's very fruit, very honey, a little bit of citrus tangoing around in there. There's a sort of, I don't know, some kind of like sickly hint of something. Not quite like the other ones I had. I don't know if, but the nose is pretty good. I give it a smack in the middle. It's pretty good. You got a slight spicy punchiness of the ethanol. Not too bad. It's really dancing around in there. Fruit, honey, citrus, and whatever the heck that is in the background. I don't know. But let's get it on the tongue. Ooh. Oh yeah. And again, pretty much everything from the nose. We got that fruit, honey, citrus, all dancing around. That other thing, I don't know where it's at, and I don't care. It's a little punchy, it's a little spicy. I'm not really getting much of anything else at the moment. Mr. Randy's really been getting into these single malt scotches lately. Single malt scotch. I'm working on it. I gotta get rid of that little thing. It's not scotches. It's just scotch. It's like sheep. You got one sheep or you got many sheep, but there's no sheep. It's like ATM machine. It's starting to bug the hell out of me. There is no ATM machine. It's an ATM. It's in the... never mind. Anyways, let's finish this off. I'm not sure. There's a little bit of legs. I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't been able to get a whole lot of legs off the glass. So, palate's nice. Like I said, everything from the nose is on the palate. And it seems like everything on the palate is up in the finish. For me, the majority of the finish is on the roof of my mouth. It's not a whole lot. I mean, whatever is the very little that I'm getting on the tongue is sort of all over the tongue. Not heavy anywhere or the other. It's just clearly blanketed the tongue. Here comes that warmth. The warmth is it's the last thing to come up on the finish. Like I said, the first thing I get, the whole roof of the mouth is tingly. The tongue is sort of blanketed, and then as the roof of the mouth goes away, you start to feel that heat in the back. And then the tongue is sort of mellowed out. Yeah, still got a little heat. Finish isn't bad. I would say the finish wasn't as much as I expected it to be, because the nose is good. The palate's pretty good, like through and through. But it falls short of the through and through with the palate. Unfortunately, the palate just does not carry it through. And that is a shame. It's a nice scotch. And I like it. So my score, I'm gonna give it a strong 3. Now, that's the first time I've used that strong 3. I usually say a solid 3. I've been thinking about my rating system, and I've been conversing with some other whiskey tubers and other like whiskey aficionados, and about how we score. Some use a 0 to 100. Other people will break it down to the decimal point. Some people will use what I do, out of 5, but then they break it down to halves. And then occasionally you'll have someone break it down even further, and I just, no. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it's either a weak, a solid, or a strong. If something to me is a 3 but not quite a 4, I'm going to say it's a strong 3. If something is better than a 3 but not quite a full 4, that's where we'll get the weak. We're going to try that out and see how that feels. But moving on to the My Fair Price. Mr. Randy paid $30 out the door. It was not the average price in my area. So I will say, for the price I paid, I would say probably good, 30 to 35. For the actual price, more towards the 40 point, I might reconsider. And that's another thing that's going to come up in one of my evolution of the channel videos, I guess. I'll figure out a title for it, but we're going to talk about some changes in the video and how we do things. But yeah, My Fair Price, I'm going to leave it alone. Would I buy this again? As I said, for the lower price, sure. The higher price, maybe, maybe not. But I do like it. I mean, it's one of, I think this was my first pot still Scotch, if I'm not correct. If I don't know. At this point, I'm on review number 70 something, pushing 80. I think it's 60. I think this is 77. If I'm not correct, I think this is my 77th review. So yay me. Still only here, but tell me what you think. Have you tried this Loch Lomond? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for stopping by, at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. You have a good one.